Welcome to Fullerton College football on Sportsnet, USA.net. I'm the old guy along with Corey Neyland and Joseph Pavlenko, who is joining us today here on Sportsnet, USA.net, as your Hornets are taking on Southwestern on a must-win game here today on Sportsnet, USA.net. Mr. Neyland, we saw him against Mount San Jacinto. We saw what it looked like. It wasn't necessarily a pretty picture when you look at the outcome, but it wasn't as bad as everybody thought. They were in the game until the end and had an opportunity to win it, but they came away a little short with a loss.
35-28 in that loss last week. This should be the game where they establish the run and get back into the Fullerton Hornet rhythm and come away with the victory against an 0-3 squad in Southwestern, who's also having troubles offensively.
Back deep is going to be Gray Virgil on the one side. On the other side, it's going to be Davian McGowan on the near side. So Fullerton is going to kick off to start this game. Riverside came away with a huge victory over Mount San Jacinto. So the conference is up for anybody's grabs right now. Everybody in a couple weeks could be sitting 2-2, Mr. Neyland.
Everybody's chasing Riverside, Mark.
I'm not chasing Riverside. I'll stay in Orange County, thank you. McGowan near us. Far side of the field. Taken. Dropped at the 1. Picked up by Virgil. Trying to get up the field. Gets back up to maybe the 13. It'll be first down and 10 for the Jaguars from Southwestern.
Special teams tackle by Razan Parker. Fullerton's defense, Christopher Harvey up front, number 90. Oscar Bergueno is going to be number 92. 95 up front. Siobhan Lloyd and Romeo Zuniga are the front line for the Hornets. The backers, Jeremy DeBorn is back, Mark, for Fullerton, starting linebacker. Middle linebacker Ethan Charpentier had an interception return last week, and Sean Malcolm.
So I think Underhill is under center. We'll see if they had it. They're running off left side. So that is Connor Underhill at quarterback for the Jaguars. Josiah Jefferson in as a wide receiver. We'll see what they can do. Underhill so far this season, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for this season. So Underhill comes out to the near side of the field. Tyler Becker to the near side of the field. In the slot next to him, Josiah Jefferson. 2nd down and 8 for the Jaguars of Southwestern. Underhill taking his time, letting the clock run. Throws it over to the flat. No place to go. Defense jumps all over the play, Corey Neyland, for a loss on the play.
Perry Williams IV gets his first start of the season at safety. Antoine Johnson, the defensive player of the week in the SCFA, gets to start at the other safety. Mo Gamage, the far side safety or corner, and Bryant Meredith have started the first 5 games of the season for the Hornets. Very physical on the outside.
Big 3rd down at 13. Going on the far side of the field is going to be Becker. To the near side of the field is going to be Cody Judge as a wide receiver. Underhill at quarterback. 3rd down at 13. Underhill goes toward Judge, and the ball was up for grabs. You've said it before with our defensive backs. Need to look for the ball, not the big hit.
Yes. And they play, and you know what? They played pretty well this season, Mark.
Broken up by number 7, Hornet, Bryant Meredith.
Tavion Bills comes in. He'll stand at the 45. He was electrifying last week at Mount San Jacinto. We'll see if he can do it again tonight to start things off with 13:21 to go here in the first quarter. At Hal Scherbeck Field. Big kick. Short little thing. It's going to hit the turf. Got to get away from the ball. It backpedals just a little and go out right at the 44. It'll be first down and 10 with 13:12 to go. The offense steps on the field. Corey Neyland, let's just be blunt. You need to run, and when you think you've run enough, you need to run one more time this day on sportsnetusa.net.
They've really got to establish their identity in this ball game moving forward. And you're right, Mark. Run, and keep on running.
Elvis Vakapuna is the running back. At quarterback, Toby Schmidt. First down and 10 at the 43. Schmidt goes back out in the flat to Vakapuna. Vakapuna takes a little pass out to the right and gets a gain on it. Corey, you had said on the way home in the flat, underneath, if you're going to throw the football, they did the first thing you said you should do, throw it in the flat. Gain of 4, second down and 6. Look over the sidelines. Good field position for the Hornets. Bevenu out at the near receiver position. Vakapuna still in. Fake it over, a quick throw. In the flat, Corey Neyland, you said 2 steps, go up the field, throw the football, first down.
And that's Desmond Duffy, who makes reception 7th on the season, team leading. And these first 2 short passes can be considered long runs.
Duffy stays in the slot on the left side of the field. Bevenu out here. Vakapuna at running back. Schmidt at quarterback. First down and 10 at the 36 for the Hornets. 33. Vakapuna off a tackle. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe gains 1. Corey should run off a tackle to tackle if you're Elvis Vakapuna.
And on defense, it's going to be Ryder Jennings, Chris Fuel, Jeremiah Jones, Peyton Spratt on the interior, along with Joshua Ferreira, Will Halub in the secondary.
Hicks comes in the near side of the field with Kristen Camacho. They run it straight up. Vakapuna off a left tackle all the way down to the 20. First down for the Hornets. Corey, tackle to tackle is where you would actually run Elvis Vakapuna, right?
And he's done well. He doesn't have that breakaway speed to get outside, but in between tackle to tackle, he might be the best back in the SCFA.
First down and 10 for the Hornets at the 22nd. Look back over the sideline. Vakapuna stays in there. Aiden Bravo now to the near side of the field. In the slot is Xavier Hicks to the near side of the field. Vakapuna at running back. Schmidt at quarterback. Vakapuna off a left tackle, gets a gain of 4 on the play.
Tripped up by Bennington Smith, or that gain of 4 could have been a first down. Good runs for the Hornets up front. Mikado Walker is the center. Hayden Frazier, Preston Jeffs, Braden Cook, and Riley Miller are the big guys up front.
Schmidt looks things over, goes back. He's going to throw it over to Vakapuna out in the flat. Cuts the corner down to the 3. So Schmidt looks down the middle. Vakapuna leaks out, throws it in the flat, gets a big gain.
And what it does, and that's his 3rd reception of the season. He's got 2 touchdown receptions. That came against East LA. But that safety valve is there so they don't have to force things down the field.
First and goal for the Hornets at the 3 as they got the ball across midfield. They've seen other teams start that way against it. Vakapuna goes from right to left. Strong side formation. Duffy goes in motion from right to left. Schmidt rolls out in the strong side formation, gets taken down for a loss.
Side to side, bringing it down. And it looks like it was Joshua Ferreira came up from his backward position and made the stop. Again, in the backfield, that's going to be a loss of 3.
Quentin Underwood to the near side of the field. Xavier Herbert goes to the far side of the field. Vakapuna stays in at running back. Schmidt at quarterback. Second and goal. Handed off to Vakapuna. Touchdown, Hornets.
It's what we all wanted to see. And Elvis Vakapuna, touchdown, Hornets.
So a short field, a mixture of run and pass, running Vakapuna between tackles, produces a score. Come in for the point after. Drew Nagler will hold the attempt. We get motion on the line, so it's going to move it back. So Nagler comes in to hold, get a little motion just there. Viorel doesn't get an opportunity, so they'll move it back. Ball will be spotted at the 8.
Like you said, Mark, Drew Nagler is a holder. Isaac Mejia is the long snapper. He's perfect, 16 of 16 extra points.
9:21, the Hornets are on the board first. Ball is spotted, kick is up, and the kick is good. With 9:21 to go here in the first quarter, it's the Hornets 7, the Jaguars 0 here on SportsNetUSA.net. Joe, Corey, and myself happy to do this. I hear Joel out there with his camera. Joe, when you look at what happened right there, the Hornets did what they're supposed to do, and they jump on top. No Joe. He just put his headsets back on. That's why I had no Joe.
Yeah, I had Scott out here asking some questions. I guess we got a couple issues with some dropped frames and the such on the stream, so he was just asking.
Okay. Yeah, we are, Joe. It's the stream. It's once again like we had at Mount San Jacinto. We can always change the speed in between quarters. We'll see what happens at speed we're at, trying to keep our stream here at Fullerton College today. So Fullerton gets ready to kick off again. Hornets get on top first with 9:21 to go. Gonna hit right at the goal line. Thought it was gonna go out of bounds. And what happens is when you wait for the ball, like Virgil did, he thought it was going to bounce into the end zone. It stayed there on the 1. As a live football, he realized he had to pick it up and go. By the time he got tackled, he was down at the 7-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 7 for the Jaguars here on SportsNetUSA.net. It's taken down. So it's back to the original line of scrimmage. Coming out to the near side of the field is going to be Gray Virgil. He comes up, going back. Pump fake, looking over the middle. Ball is there, incomplete. So quickly, a run play, a pass play, and Corey, Southwestern cannot get on track with anybody.
And this is an issue that they've had all season as well on the offensive side of the ball. As an offensive unit, they're only averaging 232 yards total per game, 76 on the ground, 156 through the air.
I want to thank Joe for being our technical director and advisor today here on sports@usa.net. Big third down play. Southwestern almost getting stuck. Throws it up for a grab. Does it bounce? It's incomplete. So 3 and out. And once again, the heat, Corey, is there, and Fullerton can't do anything. And especially Connor Underhill is just under an onslaught by defense.
Yeah, the Calebs and Des Palomalu, as well as Paul Boyce, with the 4-man pressure, put that ball short because Josiah Jefferson finally got open at the end, but by then it was too late.
Kavion Bill stands at the 40. He steps up about 5 more yards. Last kick was a little low. Kick gets out. Kavion steps up, catches it at the 32, looks to go the outside, turns the corner, down at the 20, stutter steps, cuts back in the middle, stays down, gets all the way down to 14 or 13-yard line. So a nice return back-to-back great field positions for the Hornets here in the first quarter.
Yeah, about a 35-yard kick and a 20-yard return for Kavion. Again, 58-yard return for a touchdown last week. 28 points coming on defense and special teams last week. 1 touchdown. Their first touchdown against Mount San Jacinto last week was a run-in by Toby Schmidt.
Bravo goes to the far side of the field. Lester in the slot next to him. Vakapuna is still at running back. Schmidt at quarterback. First down and 10 for the Hornets. Schmidt goes back, throws over. Nice catch, taken out of the air there by Desmond Duffy.
Duffy's got 2 touchdowns this season, both coming against Santa Barbara in the first game. He's got 8 touches this year. And we were talking about it earlier, that they were on pace for the receivers not to have anyone catch 20 passes this year.
Yeah, it looks that way. Goes back again. Toby Schmidt feels the pressure. Goes to Vakapuna out in the flat. Tries to run over. People, sneaks in. Touchdown Hornets. Elvis Vakapuna. Corey gets stood up at the goal line and then does a little pirouette to step in there. So not only is he strong and mighty, but he's got the nimble feet of a ballerina. And he gets that one in for a 13-0 lead with 7:42 in the first half.
He's got that old man strength, Mark.
He does. I get up every morning feeling like
I'm
that.
sorry, that grown folk strength.
Okay, there's better.
I thought it was that dad strength.
He's got what you've got, Joe. Girth. Kick is up. The kick is good. With 7:42 to go here in the first quarter, it's what the Hornets needed. It's the Hornets 14. Southwestern 0 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Joe, Corey, myself, happy to bring you the games here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Another exciting game of community college football. Bye week around the corner, Mr. Neyland, here on SportsNetUSA.net.
And since Southwestern already had, well, it wasn't a bye week, but a game canceled due to the severe weather, they don't get a bye week on October 12th next week. Fullerton's got a bye week and a couple more days, and they come back on Thursday.
17th against San Diego Mesa. Another game. Well, they're all must-wins now for your Hornet team.
Mackay back again.
Taken in the end zone for a touchback. Last time, Corey, he was going to take it. It bounced at the 1 and kicked to his right, and he realized, because we saw that happen against East LA where they didn't touch the ball, the Hornets got it. So we'll see if Brian Crick's defense, who has basically shut the door so far in this game, can do it with 7:42 to go here in the first quarter.
And another strong defense through the first 4 games for Brian Crooks. They allow 16.8 points per game.
Underhill comes out at quarterback. Ashby Fan as running back. First down and 10 at the 20. Underhill hands it off to Fan. He goes off tackle on the right side. Gets a gain of 4 on the play.
Good solid run for the Jaguars because they only average their 76 yards per game. Fullerton only gives up 36 per game. And so when you're stout on defense, you got to look for ways to move the ball down the field.
Second down and a long 6 for the Jaguars. Cody Judge comes in near side of the field, one of the better receivers. Underhill looks. Underhill gets pressure, has to get rid of it quick. Does. So it's incomplete.
And he was looking for Jefferson again. Good coverage coming up by Antoine Johnson. Some consider the best safety in the nation at the community college level. And Giovanni Welch is in the ball game. It's like the Will linebacker, number 23.
Connor Underhill taking a lot of time to get everybody out. Yoakley comes in near side of the field. Underhill feels the pressure, finds an opening, takes off running to the 40, 45, 50, cross midfield. Great run by the young man who saw the right side of the offensive line open up a hole, and he took off running.
He gets a gain of almost 30, and that's what they're going to need to do to slow down this Fullerton defense. You saw the blitz coming. Everybody was coming in on him on an obvious pass play, but he picks it up with his legs.
Underhill, 55 yards this season, a couple touchdowns. His longest run before that one, 15 yards. Yoakley comes in near side of the field again. In the slot next to him is going to be Josiah Jefferson. Underhill rolls out, goes to the Fan, coming out of the backfield. Fan gets leveled at the 41. That wasn't Fan that came out of the backfield. That was Buchanan. Well, I think it's Fan that came out of there.
It was Ashby Pham.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
And Jeremy DeBoer said, "Hi, my name is Jeremy. Let me reintroduce myself as I missed last week."
Gain of 1 on the play. 6:01 to go here in the first quarter. Hornets up 14-0 on sports@usa.net. Underhill looks things over, takes his time. Fan in the backfield. Underhill goes back, looks for pressure, gets hit, throws it, ball goes down. They're going to call it a pick, incomplete. Corey Neyland calls that quickly on the thing as he was trying to get that over to Yoakley, who was covered well.
Pressure up front for Bueno and Zuniga.
And going off the field is Underhill, who got hit on the play. So we're going to have a substitution at quarterback. That's Hunter Maxwell now in the game at quarterback. Nine of 19 this season. Maxwell at quarterback, 3rd down. Hornets are coming after Maxwell. Maxwell stands in there, throws the money, turn, should be touchdown, Southwestern. Hunter Maxwell, Corey Neyland comes in. He knew he was going to become cream of wheat. Ends up getting hit. Somebody splashed a little milk on it. At the end of the day, it was breakfast. Touchdown for Southwestern.
And what he's doing, he's going up against 2 defenders up front for the Hornets on pressure. Kobe Judge runs an excellent out route. Bryant Meredith couldn't decide if he wanted to try to pick it. At the last minute, he decides he wants to wrap up. He does not. That broken tackle equates to a 38-yard touchdown score.
Ball is spotted, kick is up, and the kick is good. With 5:33 to go, well, everybody was breathing easy here at Hal Scherbeck Field. And then Joe, with a big crowd out in front of you, got a little quiet on that play as everybody went, oh, please, don't let it be with one of these types of days here on sports.usa.net.
So Bryant Meredith misses the tackle. And again, he's normally a sure-handed guy out there, a sure tackler, as Duffy and Bills go back deep for the Hornets. But this time, Kobe Judge just did a great job of showing his strength. Cody Judge, 6'1" freshman from Chaparral High School.
And Corey, I'm going to give it to Maxwell because he knew he was going to get hit. And you've said it before. Hey, if you're a quarterback, you're going to get hit, you might as well throw a touchdown. Little pitch shot. Duffy takes it at the 19, turns the corner, looks to go up the middle, needs a block. Desmond refuses to go down, finally goes down at the 40 with 5:25 to go here in the first quarter. It's the Hornets 14, Southwestern 7 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. You know, do you think Joe's visiting with a lot of people out there? Joe, what are you doing, holding a seminar out there? Schmidt hands it off straight up the middle. This time the defense stiffens for Southwestern, maybe a yard on the play. Hurry up offense for the Hornets. 2nd down and 8, right at the 42. Schmidt takes his time, looks over at the near side of the field. Pavlenko in the slot. Kavion Bills outside of him. Straight up the middle. Nobody stops. 1st down, Hornets. So, Justin Honore in at running back. 5'10". Speed burner, straight up the middle, moves the chains. Down to the 47. 1st down and 10 for the Hornets. 20 carries this year for Justin, 79 yards. Longest one, 19 yards. Stays in there back there. They hand it off again. Stutter step. They fake it to him. Toby goes the outside, gets a gain up. Let's see where they spot it. I'm going to say 3. So Schmidt takes it down to the 45. Back, has time. Across the middle of the field. Taken out there and a nice pitch and catch for the Hornets. So they're moving the ball. Nice catch made by Kavion Bills, cutting across the middle. Short little pitches and catches, but it's Yak that's worked for the Hornets with 3:38 to go. Quentin Underwood to the near side of the field. Bill stays in the slot. They hand it off to Honore up the middle. Gets across the 25 down to about the 24. It's going to bring a 3rd down and a long 4 with 3:15 to go here on SportsNetUSA.net. Stay out there quickly. Underwood stays on the near side of the field. Pavlenko stays with it. In the slot on the far side of the field is Aiden Bravo. Toby Schmidt at quarterback. 3rd down and 4. First real challenge for your Hornets in this game. Toby goes back. Pulls it down himself. Steps up the middle. Slides after he gets the 1st down. Nice that he went down. Smart play by Toby. He picks up the 1st. He moves the chains with 2:28 to go and doesn't take a hit. So you've got to look at what he did and appreciate that fact. Underwood stays at quarterback. Underwood nears me. Schmidt at quarterback. Bills in the slot. 1st down and 10 at the 19. Honore, Justin goes off a left tackle. Gain of 4 on the play. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter. It's the Hornets 14, the Jaguars 7. Here on SportsNetUSA.net. Schmidt looks things over. Looks back at the bench. Everybody getting the signal, trying to be on the same page for your Hornets. They're up by 7 here in the 1st quarter. Play clock down to 10. Schmidt goes over, throws it up. Ball is tipped. Get a flag on the play. So we'll see if we're going to get pass interference on that play. Looked like a hard try by Brown, the quarterback over there. Looks like he got there a little early, pushed in the back. So that should be the flag against the Jaguars.
Jeremiah Jones, the linebacker who had to go right into his hands. It would have negated an interception anyway.
1:22. So we've got it at the 5. Wind the clock. Desmond Duffy goes on the far side of the field. With him goes Pavlenko. Aiden Bravo comes to the near side of the field, along with Xavier Hicks. 1st down and goal for the Hornets at the 5. So we're going to reset the play clock. So the coaching box giving hand signals down here. They're going, it's about the clock. Schmidt cakes it himself after a fake and in for the end zone. So Toby Schmidt fakes it himself, takes it home, and the Hornets now have 20 points put on with 1:13 to go here in the first quarter. You and Joe are working harder than anybody else so far in this game, Mr. Neyland. Joe's getting his exercise today. 1:13 to go in the first quarter. The Hornets answer on a nice drive. Ball is spotted, kicked, and up, and the kick is good. With 1:13 to go here in the first quarter, it's the Hornets 21, the Jaguars 7 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Bye week is coming up. The next time we're going to be on the air for football will be against San Diego Mesa. That will be a Thursday night game here on SportsNetUSA.net. So don't forget that. That's going to be on Thursday night on SportsNetUSA.net. So with 1:13 to go, the Hornets are going to kick off. Up by 14. Taken down.
That'd be over on that side. Yeah. We're just about the side.
So the Jaguars come out looking to try and get something going here. Drop it off the right side, straight up the middle. Nice little run by Fan. All the way out to the 22-yard line. 32-yard line, my mistake, sorry. So Hunter Maxwell comes in at quarterback to get things going. Cody Judge comes to the near side of the field for the Jags. Yoakley goes to the far side of the field. Fan at running back. First down and 10. They hand it to Fan. He comes out to the left side, runs out of bounds, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. We'll see if that's where they mark the ball with 22 seconds to go. No gain on the play. It's going to bring a second down and 10. And they're going to get the clock run down, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. As we come to the end of the first quarter, it's your Hornets up by 14. It's the Hornets 21, the Jaguars 7, here on Sportsnet USA.net. Joe, Corey, Ryan here on SportsNetUSA.net. So we're going to change fields and start all over. So your Hornets come out offensively, and they do what they needed to do. Everybody was looking for the run and the pass play. They've used it appropriately coming out here. Keenan Gardner has changed things up a little, along with Phil Austin, the head coach, that's given advice to the offensive unit about what to do. Brian Crook's defense, looking as well as they can play, is trying to stifle the Jaguars out here. If they can do it, they'll pull things off here on sportsnetusa.net. Good first quarter for the Hornets. I'm trying to rush things, as you can tell. Josiah Jefferson comes out to the near side. Maxwell at quarterback. Second down and 10 for the Jaguars. Maxwell goes back, steps up himself, takes off running again, cuts the outside. Missed tackle on one, missed tackle on two, runs out of bounds at the 46 for a first down for the Jaguars. His feet have kept him alive in this first half, and missed tackles by the Hornets has stopped that victorious attitude. First down and 10 for Southwestern. Hunter Maxwell brings him back out. Yoakley to the near side of the field. Maxwell gives it to Fan on a misdirection play. Fan gets dropped for a 3-yard loss with 14:15 to go. Nice tackle there by Madrigal. And Carpentier, linebacker for your Hornets. Ethan gets it, 6-footer, so makes the stop there. Yoakley comes back out. In the slot next to him is going to be Gray Virgil. Here comes the pressure, and this time there is no place to go as the Hornets decide, yeah, we're going to do something to make the play, and Caleb Smith comes straight up the middle. The big defensive lineman gets that partial sack right there. We'd have to split that maybe 2 or 3 ways down there for the Hornets. So a big play for the defensive line. I'm going to give Paul Boyce the other part of that sack on there. Third down and too far to call. Once again, up the middle. Nice catch made there, but the defense is going to step up as you slide down for a safe slide into second base was Gray Virgil, the wide receiver out of Lincoln in San Diego, and that brings up a 4th down for the Jaguars of Southwestern. 12:35 to go. It's the Hornets 21, the Jags 7 here on Sportsnet USA.net. Kavion Bills standing at the 35. Keeps sneaking up just a little, looking to get that short punt and being able to return. High snap, off the left, drop, ball is out, picked up. We're going to get a flag, and I'm trying to figure out where the flag would be because the punter dropped the ball and got hit after he dropped the ball. I'm waiting for the call. Holding against Southwestern, declined on the play. Everybody was looking for that opportunity.
That should be the HP 140.
It is. So the Hornets will take over at the 27. Schmidt comes in. Honore comes in at running back, along with Elvis Vacapuna. Looks like power for the Hornets. We'll see if they're going to run it. Hand up. Vacapuna tries to go to the outside. So they faked Honore coming back on the left. They give it to Vacapuna running to the right. And the big man gets dropped for a loss. So Vakapuna gets nowhere on Minifield, who makes a nice little play for the Jaguars. Schmidt stays in at quarterback. Vakapuna's there. Schmidt rolls out, gets a block, throws it out in the flat, gets it to Desmond Duffy. Duffy goes across the 25. Maybe we'll see if he gets the 24. It's going to bring up a third down and a long 7 for the Hornets. Vakapuna stays in at running back. Bevenu comes out to the near side of the field. Logan Lester goes to the far side of the field. Vakapuna picks up. Bevenu catches it. Gets taken out. See where they spot the ball at. I can't see where the spot was because of the team sort of snuggling down there. It's going to be short of a first down. Hornets decide they're going to go for it. So far side of the field for the Hornets. It's going to be Xavier Herbert. Schmidt rolls out. He's being tracked. Can he make it? He turns the corner, makes it past the post. Should be a first down for the Hornets. Toby Schmidt, who comes to the outside with a great deal of speed, avoids the first defender, makes the turn down there, and gets enough for a first down. Give it to Toby on that one. Vakapuna stays in at running back. Xavier Herbert goes to the far side of the field. Haven't seen a tight end have a ball thrown at him. Vakapuna, straight up center. Gets taken down quickly over there. Robert Smith. A.J. Sam down there. Along with Mohammed. Make the stop on that after a gain of 2 for the Jaguars. Schmidt goes back. Has time to throw. Cross the middle. Short, spun in. They going to give it a touchdown? Nobody signaling a touchdown for there, so Underwood was close, thought he had it. Quinton thought he made it in, didn't get in. The Hornets are going to go with a power play on this one. Quinton Isabel comes in as the up back. Vakapuna is a deep back. Power I for the Hornets behind Schmidt. Handed off to Vakapuna. He should be in. Touchdown Hornets. So Vakapuna on a straight dive play off of center with Bell leading it. Gets in there. Give Quinton Isabel a great, great block to have Vakapuna get into the end zone. Straight power I, and the Hornets get in once again. 8:57 to go. They stretch their lead. Corey, Joe, the old guy, here on SportsNetUSA.net. Ball is spotted, kick is up, and the kick is good. With 8:57 to go, it's now the Hornets 28. The Jaguars 7 here on SportsNetUSA.net. So Vakapuna, who has looked good this season, it was 229 yards rushing so far this season in 41 attempts. And of course, when you look at things for Toby Schmidt, well, 19 of 40, 317 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions at quarterback. A little more control by the offensive line. Great blocking for Schmidt. Beautiful decision making tonight. So he is running a clean ship for these Hornets here in the first half as they're up by 3 touchdowns, 28-7. Taking it to 6-yard line. Making a turn on that, and a nice return is Makai Gray-Virgil. So Paul Boyce runs out on defense for the Hornets, along with Romeo Zuniga out there. Christopher Harvey, that's part of the defensive line for your Hornets. Fred Adams over here for Fullerton. First down and 10 for the Jags, just short of the 20. Run the option, go to the outside. Gain of 8. Hit out of bounds. So nice defensive play made by Johnny Ingram for your Hornets. Ingram makes the stop after a gain of 5 on the play. Hunter Maxwell at quarterback, trying to get something moving. Second down and 5. Throws it a little short as it bounces into his wide receiver. Can't get anybody there. It's going to bring up a second down and 5 for the Jags. Coming into the game defensively is Jeremy Naborn. Now comes in playing linebacker for the Hornets. So Naborn comes in quickly. Little defensive change up to the near side of the field for the Jags is Tyler Becker at wide receiver. Pressure comes up, throwing across the middle of the field on the dime. What a pitch and catch thrown right there. And, of course, Makai Gray-Virgil, the wide receiver, the freshman, 5'7", 142 pounds, takes it all the way up to the 44-yard line. A gain of 23 on the play. First down for the Jags. 7:44 to go. It's the Hornets 28. Southwestern 7 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Tyler Becker comes to the near side of the field. If it's working, don't change it. High, throw behind. Big hit right there by Sean Malcolm, the linebacker that puts a stamp on everything. Says, thank you very much for making that easy. FC tattooed on the Jag. So Hunter Maxwell, who had to come into the game, second down and 10. Goes back. Here comes the pressure. He's swallowed up in the backfield. Hunter Maxwell says, thank you very much. As Shafon Boyd, the defensive lineman, says, thank you for the sack. You look at Boyd, 6'2", 300 pounds, out of Andrews, South Carolina. So third down for the Jags with 6:53 to go. 28-7, your Hornets. So far, playing solid football out here. Tyler Becker comes to the near side of the field. Becker trying to get some help or looking for house. Gets Jordan Benton in the slot next to him. Can't get it to Benton. That's what he was looking for. And once again, another play where the Hornets step up and become big time and get a sack on the play. Hunter Maxwell gets drugged down And it's 3 quick outs after they make a big play by Southwestern. The Hornets defense steps up again. 6:09 to go here in the first half. It's the Hornets 28, the Jags 7. Here on Sportsnet, USA.net. KVM Bill. Bill's back, waiting for the punt. Goes back, tracks it down, watches it bounce behind him. He was going to try and pick it up. It takes a great bounce for the Jaguars all the way down at the 28. With 5:45 to go here in the first half. Well, the Hornets are up by 3 touchdowns. It's the Hornets 28, the Jaguars 7 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Joe, Corey, and the old guy here on Sportsnet, USA.net. My 2 technicians are working feverishly to make things well as you're watching the game tonight, trying to correct everything coming your direction. Schmidt comes back out. Vakapuna at running back. First down and 10 for the Hornets. Right at the 28. Bevenu to the near side of the field for Fullerton. Vakapuna straight up the middle. Gets a gain of 4 on the play at the 31. Mark the ball down. Desmond Duffy in the slot at the near side of the field. Bevenu at wide receiver. Bevenu's going one-on-one against Brown, the quarterback for Southwestern. Schmidt looks in that direction, goes back, throws the opposite side of the field. Gets a step out of bounds. Gain of 3 on the pass play. So Ferrara makes the play on that for the Jaguars out of Grossmont in San Diego. Near side of the field is Bevenu. Standing next to him is Kavion Bills in the slot. Vakapuna at running back. Schmidt at quarterback. Bevenu again going against Brown one-on-one. Handing it off to Elvis up the middle. He drags people with him all the way down to the 41. First down for the Hornets. 4:25 to go. And they're trudging along here at Scherbeck Stadium. Hurry up for the Hornets. They got things moving. They want to get another one on the board. Bevenu looks over. Bills tries to get a sign there. Vakapuna, the deep setback. Schmidt, the quarterback for your Hornets. One-on-one on the outside. Once again, Brown looking against Bevenu, saying, I've got you. Vakapuna goes off the right side, tries to turn the corner. He does, stays on his feet, struggles his way and gets all the way down to the 44. Let's move the chains. The truck is running. The family is waiting. It's time to go to the store. They need to get there before it closes. Baby needs some milk, and the Hornets are after it. First down and 10. Schmidt looks back over. Things are working. Why change him? Bevenu and Bill stays on this side. Vakapuna in the backfield. Schmidt at quarterback. First down and 10. Inside the 45. We get timeout. And we get a flag in the backfield. So I thought they were going to get it before the play clock. We got a flag. Let's see if it's picked up. So they do pick it up because the Hornets got a timeout called. So they saw the clock working down and timeout was called on sports@usa.net. the old guy, along with Corey and Joe. Thanks for sticking with us. So, sticking with it as the Hornets come down now with 29 seconds to go. So timeout on the field. 29 seconds to go here on sportsnetusa.net. Thank you, stuck with us here. Technology. Want to thank Joseph Pavlenko for being here and Corey Neyland shifting out to the camera here on sportsnetusa.net. Hero Day here on sportsnetusa.net. Getting a clean picture after people said it didn't happen, so we switched out computers, got everything working, so we're fine here on sportsnetusa.net. Want to thank Joe and Corey for handling that, and thank you, the fans, for dealing with, every once in a while, technology betrays you, so we have tried to outsmart it here on sportsnetusa.net. Straight dive play up the middle. Struggle, touchdown. Nope, not yet. I'm waiting to see. They're going to say he's down short of the goal with 19 seconds to go. So the Hornets have trudged their way down the field to get to where they were. Moving as slow as they can, they did what they needed to do. Toby Schmidt stays in there. Honore, the running back. It's going to bring up 4th and goal for the Hornets. Hornets 28, Jaguars 7 here on sportsnetusa.net. The old guy. Happy to bring you the game today here on sportsnetusa.net. So the Hornets, clock ticks down. It's at 11, 10, 9, 8. Stopped at 9.7. They wind the clock. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Timeout on the field. So while you were gone, the Hornets chugged their way down the field here on sportsnetusa.net as we corrected the technical difficulties, brought in some other equipment, worked that out for you. Thanks for sticking with us. We appreciate it. Every once in a while, things don't work the way you want to, just like in a football game. You look at last week at Mount San Jacinto, didn't work the way the Hornet offense wanted to, but everything's fine. So thanks Corey Neyland and Joseph Pavlenko for their patience and their due diligence on the backside of the field, as your Hornets did the same thing on the field, marching their way down there. Have an opportunity to try and go up by 4. 3.2. Straight up the middle. Push, touchdown Hornets. So the Hornets get back on the board, and it's now waiting for the extra point. Could be 35-7 here at the end of the first half. Excitement, Corey Neyland, all over the stadium here on sportsnetusa.net.
A little bit. It's been a fun outing. I mean, they finally got some type of rhythm on the offensive side of the ball, and they were able to be productive.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. So as we come to the end of the first half, it's the Hornets 20-35, the Jags 7 here on sportsnetusa.net. Well, it's nice to see you back here. I want to thank Joseph Pavlenko for everything he has done tonight. here on SportsNetUSA.net. Joe, thank you very much. I know you're back down there.
I don't think he's
not back down there? Joe's running around again?
Yeah,
Probably.
He might come back in.
Okay. All right. We'll see if Joe comes back to visit us. Corey, when you look at the prolific first half the offense has had, it has been run. Joe says, hey, after so far, you didn't know what I was going to bring you to tonight, did you? I'm going to let Joe get on the air. Joe's going to look at me. Joe actually looked at me and said, have you ever done this before? And I said, yes. I've been with somebody that has done this before during a game. Joe, you never get too old enough to learn here on SportsNetUSA.net.
Heck of a game on the field. Heck of a game on the field. Heck of a technical difficulties.
Yeah, just a little hiccups. We want to thank the fans for being very patient with us here on SportsNetUSA.net. And thank Joe and Corey for getting it up where we're getting a smoother broadcast. We thank you very much. We try to do our best all the time. Things some jump up like last week at Mount San Jacinto. Mount San Jacinto jumped up and did their thing today. It's changed around as the Hornets have jumped up here on SportsNetUSA.net. Toby Schmidt, 11 of 12 tonight, guys, for 92 yards and 1 touchdown. He's almost been perfect, guys. And, Corey, when you looked at the defense, I mean, you saw Southwestern answered, and you sort of wondered, is this going to be that dogfight that none of us were hoping for? And yet, as we sit here at 35-7, both sides have played well in this game tonight for the Hornets.
Yeah, the defense, after a slip-up in that first half against Mount San Jacinto, and big plays in the second half against them really cost them the game, they've played well. They've been able to get that push that's been missing versus Mount San Jacinto, and the push that was missing really for that whole ball game, they've gotten it here today. And that tie with Southwestern needed that to get some type of confidence in their game because they're only averaging 13 points a ball game. So they get that 7. Now they've got a chance to get a little bit more. But Fullerton's defense is the key to allow Southwestern not to get any type of rhythm and not make it close for the offense. And they've gotten to be able comfortable. They've gotten to be relaxed. They've gotten to be able to take their time in developing that run game that they've established to go along with that short passing game that they've been able to establish. They needed this type of first half to really quiet some storms.
And not only did the players need this sort of first half, but let's go back because we all look at the coaching staff when things don't go well and say, what are they calling, Corey? I think it was just as big for the coaching staff who changed things because we saw what they tried to do, ended up changing things, and that has worked so far for the Hornets here tonight.
Something that I noticed, Mark. First drive, Elvis Vakapuna had an authoritative drive down the field. And then the second touchdown, they went to, I can't remember the Hornets' name.
Honore.
And against Southwestern, out the gate, Fullerton said, hey, we have 2 weapons. Because my thing was, wow, it looks like they're just going to run Vakapuna down their throat all night long. But having that second option out on the offense to keep Southwestern kind of on their toes, I think has helped the Hornets tonight.
Well, yeah, and again, I'm going to give the coaching staff a great deal of love because I know other people besides maybe what you've heard here on SportsNetUSA.net, we have talked about the offensive attack, and people have looked at it from a variety of different angles. Joe, you've been a watcher. You've talked to us here running Hornet Radio, and you've talked to us about what we've seen when Ryan's been at the games or Corey and myself when we're out here doing other activities. And we have talked about what the coaches have called That's changed tonight, and I think they get a lot of credit for what's going on the field. I know we give them a lot of criticism when things don't go well. We just don't say it's the athletes. We do say it's the coaches. There's been a big change in the way they've coached in this game.
And they deserve the credit when things go well also, and that's what they're doing here against Southwestern, because as we know, their conference is an uphill battle after losing to Mount San Jacinto, who gets crushed today by Riverside earlier. They have that uphill climb. San Diego Mesa, they're going to say a surprise as an undefeated team. You expect them to be playing well, but you didn't really expect them to be undefeated, which they are. They're a good quality team and a stout defense. So, yeah, they needed this first half, and they need to continue. I was telling Joe, 55 points in this ball game, not out of the realm of possibility. That's something that you need to carry on.
Can I ask both of you, though? Here's the thing. They play a game. Let's forget the opponents. They win with great offense. They lose a game and get smothered. They win a game with, again, what looks like great offense and solid defense. They lose a tight game, but they give up 450 yards in the air.
And I'm not sure that Mount San Jacinto game was really that tight.
Okay.
Even though it's only a 7-point win, I don't think it was that tight. Yeah, Fullerton came back, but because of the defense and special teams. Defensive special teams kept them in that ball game, kept them scoring. I don't think it was that tight because the offense was really non-existent. And Mount San Jacinto played well enough. Every time Fullerton, yes, they took a 14-13 lead. Okay, that's fine. But it was Mount San Jacinto's game from that point.
Joe, you watched the game on Sportsnet, so you got to see it from a fan's perspective. So, I mean, there's that. In all the games that you've watched, do you feel like as a fan, what am I going to get tonight when you watch the Hornets?
A little bit, and especially you go back, you watch the coaches show. Ari was talking to Keaton Gardner and asked them, what's the identity of your offense? And I think that's maybe been part of why we've seen them go up. We've seen them go down. We've seen them go up, and it's been this yo-yo effect. So they're trying to figure out who you are. You and Corey and Ryan have talked about what the coaching staff has told you guys. This is a young team. This team needs to find its identity. Hopefully today is them finding that identity, and they'll move forward and have a successful back half of the season.
Well, Corey's even said when the coaches said, Corey said it today when we went out to lunch, the coaches said, guys, don't expect a lot. And of course, Corey and I have been around so long. We've heard that line. It sort of went, okay, yeah, right. Ryan sort of went, yeah, I think they're feeding this line. And Corey, it has been what the coaches told us. Yet we see a lot of things with this team that you look at and say, boy, there's a lot of positives, and yet the positives haven't necessarily produced.
And that's what it is with the young team. We always expect more as fans from a team, and that's what, the criticism comes from, and maybe exasperation comes from, because we know that Fullerton coaching staff and the program recruits well. Quality kids, so you want them to succeed. Sometimes, you have a rough start to a season. But a game like this going into a bye week will allow them to reflect on the upcoming Thursday night after the bye week against San Diego Mesa to really reflect, this is what we did well. This is our identity. Let's move that forward on offense. On defense, play your assignments. You don't have to make the plays, and that's what got them in trouble in a few plays against San Jacinto last week and a few plays against Canyons a couple weeks ago in the loss, even though they played well. Let's just keep doing what we need to do, and they'll be fine.
So I got to ask all of you, because I know we talked about it earlier. I mean, Joe, you do Football Fridays out here. You've been around a program that has done well. We've had Ryan that has called games for water polo that has won state and national championships. Corey, we've been involved. Are we spoiled here at Fullerton College with the quality of athletics that we see on what seems to be a yearly level? And is that why we as fans get sort of bitter when they don't do well?
I think anybody, when the good times are good, they don't realize how good the good times are when they're happening. I don't think anybody appreciates the good times till the good times are gone. So yes, we are spoiled. And kind of getting back to what Corey was saying, bye week next week. They win today. I'm a big fan on Football Fridays talking about tempo, momentum, morale of the team, what's people feeling, how the team might be feeling. It's a hell of a morale boost if they win this game going into a bye week. So you can rest up a week, feel like you did something good rather than have a sour taste in your mouth.
And Corey, you talked about it because we've been around 5-5 teams here at Fullerton. But if this is a 500 football team, does this have a different feel as a 500 football team? You know, if Ryan was here, I'd ask him the same thing. Is this a different feeling than the 500 football teams we've seen? And we have seen many here at Fullerton College because of the years we've done the Hornet football games.
I don't think the expectations coming into this season were as high as other seasons. So a 5-5 squad with a very young team, you know, you're going to say, okay, it was 5-5, young team, and the expectations weren't there to really compete for a championship, even though those are expectations coming in from outside. You say, okay, 5-5, you want to do better.
Well,
But still, 5-5, it's 500. You're still not happy, but you improve to next year.
But it's a young team. They're coming in pretty green.
But it's all
fresh people.
But it's all young with community college.
And then you've also got new head coaching staff, dual head coaches this year as well.
But again, it's not a new coaching staff. It's just their new titles on there. So you're disappointed on one end because you think you're going to keep the train rolling. But every team in the 3C2A has gone through this. So you just look at it today, 5-5, it wasn't our year. This is a team after this game, though, as you said, you keep that momentum rolling, Joe, and you're going to see them, we'll just call it now, one more loss this season. That's going to be it.
Yeah, you said they could probably end up being 7-3, and if they do 7-3, you said that's a good year this season. I looked at you and said, yeah, realistically, 6-4 as a possibility. I'm sure Ryan Osborne, if he was here, would be more pessimistic because he's a UCLA fan.
I'm saying now, 7-3 is going to be the worst.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. And, Joe, you've seen the team enough, so Corey's going to sit there at 7-3 and look at him because of the youth and the change in the coaching staff. Do youth go in that direction too?
I'll side with Corey just because.
Because you guys got us back on the air with a smooth picture, is that it?
Well, and I'm not willing to make a bet and, shave the spirit off or anything.
Oh, I'm not doing that either. Let's be realistic. When all the hair I've got is on my face, I'm not about to shave it off because you know what? I mean, I got that wavy hair with the hair on top of my head waving goodbye to the rest of it, and so it's sort of drooled its way down on my face. When we look at the season, are there any teams that you look at in the SCFA? No?
I don't know. I'm not even going to let you finish that, but no.
Okay, because we know that if Ryan Osborne was here, and when I bring that up, what are the scores around the SCFA right now here on SportsNetUSA.net?
So as we head up north, Reedley, they beat San Joaquin Delta 42-7 earlier today. And we're going to mix and match. Ryan likes to go up north and give all the scores. I'm not going to be that consistent. We're going to go up and down, down and up. West LA loses to Glendale 44-20. Glendale improves to 4-1 on the season. And the score we were talking about earlier, after the big win last week against Fullerton, Mount San Jacinto drops to 3-2. After Riverside, they may have taken it personal in that loss to Golden West a couple weeks ago. They're now 4-1, 76-16. They put up 60 last week, and I believe they put up 50 the week before. So, yeah, I think they took that a little bit personal, and they win 76-16. That's who everybody's chasing in Fullerton's conference. Sequoias, back up north, gave Butte a game. Butte is now 5-0, staying undefeated. They won 14-12, staying in NorCal. Sacramento City, they get over 500 at 3-2 with a 21-17 victory over Foothill. In overtime, Monterey Peninsula beat Siskiyous 24-17. Contra Costa and Feather River canceled. So as we move down to more scores, De Anza 49-7 victors over Los Medanos. It says they're 4-0. One of their games, I believe, was canceled, so they stay undefeated for De Anza. American River, they're having a tough conference. 1-3, 31-20 winners over Modesto. Not sure if now those records are updated yet because I believe both teams have played 5 games this season. Fullerton's opponent 2 weeks ago, East LA, well, they can't really get on the board. They lose 19-7 to Orange Coast. Orange Coast gets their first victory of the season. They've had a rough couple seasons, but they seem to be more competitive last couple years and being more competitive against good quality teams. Staying down in SoCal, Allen Hancock is now 3-2, 35-34 winners over Moore Park. You remember a few years ago, Moore Park has had down seasons ever since they dropped down to. Now they're getting more competitive even though they lose. They're now 2-3. They're a team that's approaching back up to respectability. Are the Raiders. San Mateo give Fresno City their first loss of the season, 14-7. So San Mateo, not the mighty offenses they had last couple years, but again, they get the victory there. Redwoods 54, Chabot 35. Palomar gets a big win, their second of the season. They beat Grossmont, who Fullerton plays in a couple weeks, 44-3. And this is a reason why you feel Fullerton can get to that 7-3, 8-2 at best case scenario by the end of the season. And if they do that, they've got a good chance of taking, well, you know who they got to beat. Chaffee and Pasadena City tied at 7 with 10 seconds to play in the first half. Golden West all over Citrus. College of the Canyons might be kicking themselves right now because Citrus is losing to Golden West in the second quarter, 28-0. Citrus beat College of the Canyons in the first game of the season. Citrus just has their number. College of the Canyons, couple turnovers, couple forced things, bad punts, and they gave up and lose to Citrus. That's their only loss of the season thus far. Diablo Valley losing at halftime to Shasta 10-7. Desert and LA Southwest, nothing on the scoreboard there. Mount San Jacinto and San Bernardino Valley, conversation you and Ed have, Mark, had a lot. What do you do with teams that may not be able to field a team? You combine programs, whatever you want to do. San Bernardino Valley suspends their program this season, and that's why Mount Sac gets the victory. And they were going to win anyway. 28-28 in the second quarter with 5 minutes to play. Victor Valley and L.A. Pierce. 27-7, Canyons over Antelope Valley in the second quarter with 3:19 to go in that one. Canyons trying to spoil AVC's homecoming. Saddleback, and that's another big game that Fullerton will have later on in the season. They're up over San Diego Mesa 17-0 with under 2 minutes to play in the second quarter.
Now, it would be interesting. San Diego Mesa loses. Just assume that they might. Then all of a sudden Fullerton wins. Riverside gets upset along the way. The last 3 games could be those ones when Ryan Osborne comes back that we're all looking at each other going, what if?
And let's close it out real quick, Mark. Santa Ana 14-3 over LA Valley. Ventura 14-3 over Santa Barbara. Compton and Santa Monica postponed. San Jose 13-0 over Cabrillo. Long Beach 14-6 over Cerritos. El Camino 24, Bakersfield 7. There's a team that I thought was going to be a little bit more surprising.
Bakersfield?
No, El Camino.
Oh, okay.
And that'll round out the halftime scoreboard in the 3C2A.
As we get ready for the second half, your Hornets are up 35-7 over the Jaguars of Southwestern here on SportsNetUSA.net.
And we just want to give a shout out to Brian Norman. Haven't seen him in a long time. We're glad you made it out, Brian. I know you're going to go back and listen and watch the broadcast.
Don't watch the first half.
listen to the first half.
Yeah, you could listen to the first half. I want to thank Joseph Pavlenko because we've got a nice smooth picture, and my partner Corey Neyland for having to run back and forth and everything else here on SportsNetUSA.net. As the Hornets sitting there with a 28-point lead, let's see how the second half turns out. They deferred in the first half, so they are receiving in the second half.
Duffy Bills back deep. Okay, Duffy and Bills.
It's a couple men with 4 legs. Goes to Duffy. Sides the outside. It's off and running at the 40. Sidesteps at the 50. Cuts back, looking for a block at the 40. Needs at the 30. Needs another block. And if he got a block, we could be moving, but we had a flag at the 38-yard line. We'll see if this one is coming back.
And it was a push in the back at the 38-yard line as Duffy, again, the most exciting kickoff return we've seen.
So they call that. It's going to get moved all the way back to the 50. It'll be first down and 10 as Desmond Duffy brings back a big one. For a second, it looked like he was going to make that return here on SportsNetUSA.net.
So it's about a 42-yard return. And he's showing a lot more speed. When you get him in the open field, he's very, very fast, and we hadn't been able to see that through the first 4 games.
Now, you look at Bevenu going to the far side of the field. Next to him is Kavion Bills. Bravo on this side. Schmidt going deep. Middle of the field. We're going to get a flag as it gets broken up, and that was thrown up. Incomplete pass.
And what they were looking for Bevenu, it looks like Dylan Eads. 23 and white mark. Dylan Eads gets called for the pass interference.
So we get pass interference against Southwestern. That's going to move the ball all the way down to the 33-yard line. First down and 10 for the Hornets. Bravo stays on the near side of the field. Bevenu goes to the far side of the field. Bills in the slot next to him. Vakapuna at running back. First down and 10 for the Hornets at the 33. Fling it over here on the side. Gatewood, tight end, comes away with a pass. You know, I asked in the first half where they were at, the tight ends. I know we have them on the team. Gain of 2 on the play. Schmidt looking comfortable at quarterback with 14-13 to go. Looks over the sideline. Bravo stays there to the near side of the field. Bevenu and Bills the far side of the field. Vakapuna at running back. Second down and 8 for the Hornets. Elvis up the middle. Gets grabbed. Finally goes down short of the 25.
Mark that offensive line. Left tackle is Preston Dreffs. Right tackle will be Braden Cook. The sitter is Mikado Walker. Hayden Frazier in there, right guard.
Schmidt looks over the sideline.
And Riley Miller is the left guard.
Vakapuna at running back. Bravo near side of the field. Bills and Bevenu. They hand it off to Vakapuna. He hits off a left tackle. He does not get the first down. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 2. Let's see what the Hornets do.
I think you go for it. Chris Fuel again with the stop. He's got 6 tackles now. And it's interesting, Mark. You're going to say go for it 2 on a 4th and 2. They've been running well, but Desmond Duffy in the slot has been doing well. We haven't seen Aiden Bravo or Logan Lester yet this game.
So Logan Lester and Bravo to the near side of the field. Duffy goes to the far side of the field. Motion from left to right with Duffy. They roll out in his direction. Schmidt flings it up. No place to go with the football. So it's a big stop for Southwestern. They got great field position. Southwestern makes a wonderful defensive play to turn the ball over.
And they double teamed in the middle. They were looking for Logan Lester. But again, he was double teamed at the FC at the 20. And there was nowhere to go as you roll out.
So we'll see if that sparks a flame for Southwestern, Corey. They need to find something here as we start this second half. Once again, Hunter Maxwell out at quarterback. First down and 10 for the Jags. Off the left tackle. Gain of about 4 or 5 on the play. Nice little run there by Fan.
Chef Boyd is there. So Boyd's been strong on the interior. He's one of those long list of interior linemen, defensive linemen that the Hornets have, and they produce very, very well.
12:04 here in the third period, the third quarter. 11:56 to go. Hornets 35, Jags 7. Second down for the Jags. Flip it the Fan over here on the outside. Steps out, see if they give him the 30. They give him right across the 30. It's going to bring up a third down. And the stingy defense is playing stingy tonight.
And this is the way they need to play. This is the way they've been playing all season long. Again, against San Jacinto, they thought they needed to make plays early on. Got out of, if it was a volleyball term, got out of system, and they were beat.
So the clock is ticking. They come back up. Hunter Maxwell trying to get something going for him. Big third down play for Southwestern. This is where Maxwell is taken off running. He's going to try it again. The defensive line shoved the offensive line back, and Hunter couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, Sean Malcolm was there to slow him down. Otherwise, Des Palomalo might not have been able to drag him down before the first down marker. And Kavion Bills, the exciting Kavion Bills, is back deep. You feel another return, huh, Mark?
I do. I really do. Somebody's going to do it tonight, but I feel, you know what? I love the way Kavion runs. And the other thing I like about him, Corey, when he knows it's a ball he shouldn't touch, he gets everybody away from it. Very heads-up offensive player. Bills look, says, hey, ball's going to be short. Get away. It's going to backspin. It does. Finally down right at the 44-yard line. First down and 10 for the Hornets. 10:14 to go here in the third quarter. It's the Hornets 35. The Jaguars 7 here on Sportsnet USA.net. Next broadcast for Sportsnet USA.net, well, it's going to be water polo coming up next Wednesday. Yeah, that's right. The brother-sister school of Fullerton College, Little Cypress College water polo here on Sportsnet USA.net. Hopefully you'll tune into that. Honor Ray and Bakapuna in the backfield. Honore takes it off a left tackle. We got a little fight over there. Referee pulls up. And like the fact that no flag is thrown on the play, Corey, I mean, when you get pancaked by Riley Miller, who's 6'4", 270, I don't mind if you're shoving back, if you're Brown, who is 5'9", 164 pounds. Second and 10. Once again, Honore gets it, maybe gets a gain of 1. And there's conversation going on, getting a little headbutt. And Corey, the two that just danced and tangoed with each other. And I know you don't like this, do you?
It's annoying. I know you want to fire your team up, but again, if you're winning in this situation, you walk away. If you're losing in this situation, well, you got to fire your team out, but not that way.
Third down and 7 for the Hornets. Here they come. Schmidt throws it there. Helmet gets ripped off after a big catch as Bevenu makes the catch. His helmet gets ripped off.
And a great catch in traffic. Bevenu is one of those guys. Last year, he's got a little bit of playing time. This year, he and Duffy has really stepped into the roles that Jameer Cartagena, due to the injury, has filled.
First down and 10, just across the 40 for the Hornets. Schmidt hung in there. Dive play, Honore, right off a left tackle, left guard. Nice gain on the play. Looks like a gain of about 6.
Next time they run that play in a few plays, that's going for 6.
Hornets are moving. Hurry up offense. Schmidt brings it back out. Honore once again. This time they throw it to Desmond Duffy in the flat. Duffy turns the corner, spins, stays on his feet. First down, Hornets.
And Mark, what you love is the wide receivers for Fullerton have a history of what? Blocking. Xavier Hicks allowed Desmond Duffy to pick up that first down with a key block at inception of the reception.
Well, and Mark and Corey, to somebody a little less initiated to the rules of community college football, you get your helmet ripped off. Is that a trip to the athletic trainer's tent to get checked out?
Not
No.
that I know of, no.
Okay.
And Beveno did a nice job. What you're supposed to do is fall. He's the only player I've seen this year in football, period, in college football, to go down when you're supposed to.
Yeah. Yeah, immediately. The play is supposed to stop immediately. Trying to get the chain set. We get a flag, and that should be against the bench of Southwestern.
And it will be, Mark. They're not happy what's been transpired here, especially at the end of the first half when the clock did not run. That's really what started it. So it's going to be a dead ball foul.
So they're over there talking. So we're getting unsportsmanlike conduct.
I think some of those action words that we saw in the Schoolhouse Rock this morning was used.
Well, now are they picking up the flag, Corey? No, they're not. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Southwestern. That's against the Southwestern bench, not a player. So to let the fans know that.
And after the first down, Desmond Duffy, his best game so far as a Hornet, 5 receptions, 51 yards.
So they're marking it, I think maybe right at the 10. No, just short of it. Schmidt goes across, middle, touchdown Hornets! And Toby Schmidt, let's give it to Schmidt. Corey, he is hung in there tonight.
And that is Jabri one more time. And for him, that's his first touchdown reception of the season.
So the Hornets with 7:01 to go. And it'll be interesting to keep that eye on that San Diego Mesa game, because that would be the next opponent for your Fullerton College Hornets. That will be a Thursday night game here on SportsNetUSA.net.
With some of the chippiness we're seeing out on the field, guys, I think all three of us would like to see the players play the game and not have the refs decide anything. But you think the refs are going to have to wrestle control of the game back a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, the other thing you get is the kick is up, the kick is good. So with 7:01 to go, it's 42-7 in favor of your Fullerton College Hornets. You know the bench isn't happy for Southwestern. You know Southwestern isn't having a season that they would like to have. And this is where, Joe, where we've seen it. We saw it with East LA ripping mouth guards off of people's helmets and throwing them down the field. You can't get baited if you're Fullerton College at this stage of the game. And you know, Joe, you played a sport. You know what it's like when people start chipping at you and giving you a little push here and there. I know what it's like when I played basketball against Corey Neyland. I still have a hip that doesn't work because of the way he knocked me to the pavement.
Physicalness.
Yeah, you know. Mr. Norman just looked up at me and goes, yeah, Mark, I know it's like when you're that kind, considerate, older gentleman.
Who will low bridge you in a minute.
So the ball is moved back. Did I miss something here?
Extracurriculars in the end zone for Fullerton.
Okay. Ball gets taken, bobbled at the 20. The Hornets are down. There's the sidestep, gets away, and you overplay the defense, tackle out of bounds.
And the Southwestern bench is looking for a flag as well. He was tackled out of bounds, well out of bounds, and thrown down. That could have been, if you're at home, could have been a penalty against Fullerton.
6:51 to go here in the third quarter. It's 42-7 here on SportsNetUSA.net.
And let's see if Hunter Maxwell puts the ball in the air. 4 of 6, 70 yards. His first pass was a touchdown, and that was to Cody Judge.
Hunter Maxwell comes out. Yoakley to the near side of the field, so Corey will see if they go with that pass offense. Tighten it up. Jefferson goes in tight. Deciding to take off and running for it. Well, they're going to give him just maybe 1 yard. It'll be second down and 9. I didn't think he got past the stick. They're going to give him a mark past the stick. Nice spot by the officials. Second down and 9.
Kanye Parker was there first. Daniel Kletcher cleans it up. Maxwell's only 5'10".
Jefferson comes back out to the near side of the field. Yoakley outside of him. Second down and 9. Pressure comes up. Turning the corner. Flinging it down the middle of the field. Off the hands. Incomplete pass. As he tried to get it to Tyler Becker, couldn't do it. It was just tipped. Okay.
Giovanni Welch did a nice job of tapping it away right at the end. He was on his hip and had no way to get there. But you see Hunter Maxwell rolling outside because of 5'10". He was looking to pass down the field, but when you have an offensive lineman chasing and you got about 7 yards in front of you, take that 7 and make that third and manageable rather than 3rd and 9. Because you got to know the Hornets are going to come after him.
Yeah, they have. Hunter Maxwell comes out. Yoakley goes to the far side with Jefferson. 3rd down and 9. They're coming. Maxwell goes back. Feels the pressure. Looking to run the outside. Going to fling it. Throws it up down the middle of the field. Incomplete pass. Hits the defender in the back. And you can see the bench on the far side, Corey, saying, hey, he never turned around. He never looked for the ball. He's playing the guy. They want a flag, but they're not going to get it. So that brings up a 4th down. And the defense stiffens with 5:53 to go here in the third quarter. The Hornets 42. The Jaguars 7 here on SportsNetUSA.net. Hornets met Southwestern the first time in 1962. Low bounce. Ball goes down. Ball comes out. Picked up. Touchdown, Hornets.
And Mark, who has 2 touchdown returns in 2 weeks? Antoine Johnson Jr.
Makes the initial hit. The ball comes out. He picks it up, and the Hornets get it. And we did say one thing. Now, we didn't think it was a route, but you had asked me. We said, hey, what do we need? We both agreed special teams needed to do something. and we were hoping defense would get a pick to just solidify this victory. Special teams got their one with 5:45 to go here in the third quarter.
So I'll say it now. Antoine Johnson Jr. will be a first-team all-conference player.
Spot the ball. The ball is spotted. Kick is up. And the kick is good. It's the Hornets 49. The Jags 7 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Well, when you play against a team that you should beat, that's what you need to do. You should beat. And the Hornets, at least for this night, are doing what they need to do.
Yeah, and they played a team against Mount San Jacinto. If they had have won that game, woulda, coulda, shoulda, that was the type of game to propel them. This is a team that in Southwestern, as we said, they should be. Southwestern is struggling the last couple of years. Remember 2 years ago when, that was about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when they went down to Southwestern, and they should beat them.
Yeah.
They were going to beat them. What happened in that game? They barely came out with the victory.
Yeah. We thought they were going to lose the game.
Oh, yeah.
When we watched it, we went down there, Ryan, yourself, and myself. So the Hornets, 49-7. We'll see if the coaching staff wants to leave their starters in, or if we'll start to see some different faces out there here on sportsnetUSA.net as it goes in the end zone. It's a touchback with 5:45 to go. Well, if you're a Hornet fan, you're happy as all get out. Did you think about the last time you watched a game on sportsnetUSA.net and went, oh, man.
And no, they're not going to keep their starters in there. Brandon Weddle, number 51, is in the ball game, and the linebacker Johnny Ingram wears number 40. And the other linebacker, 33, is Jalen Hanford. Near side corner is Fred Adams. The far side corner is Justin Smith.
Hunter Maxwell still in at quarterback for the Jags. They're going to run it, or they're going to attempt to run it. Dropped for a loss. It'll be second down and 11.
And mark the safeties. 21 on the far is Jeremiah Green. Gavin Stewart wearing number 14. Paul Boyce on the interior with Damian Bergueno, 92 and 91. Caleb Hadley wears number 52, and 97 is Daniel Ortiz.
So nothing's going right. Cody Judge comes out the near side of the field looking for something. High snap. He goes to Judge. Judge turns, steps over. They're going to mark him out at, we've got a flag in the backfield. So we'll see what this is on, if this is going to be against Southwestern. Personal foul, roughing the passer against the Hornets. So Hunter Maxwell, who stands in there, gets the hit, and they march that off against the Hornets all the way out to the 48.
And that was a play Judge scored on in Maxwell's first pass attempt from 43 yards away. Now he has 2 receptions for 51 yards.
Maxwell comes out. Cody Judge over in the near side of the field. Maxwell goes back. Pump fakes. Looking for Judge. Throws it out in the flat. And Corey, it's one of those passes that just gets rushed. And he couldn't get it to Brown. As Brown just couldn't go up and get the football with 4:30 to go here in the third quarter.
And they were trying to exploit the Fullerton's aggressiveness on the outside. That's the thing that Mount San Jacinto did last week. They exploited the outside and the ups. They bid on the fake a few times. This time they stayed home.
Second down and 10, right at the 48-yard line. Maxwell's trying to get something going. Looking to see if he can find that open person. Here come the Hornets. Pressure up the middle. Maxwell runs away from it. Maxwell can't get away from anybody. They're going to call him down even though he was just in the grasp. Breaks away, but you don't want a player to get hurt, so you're going to blow the whistle. So another sack for the Hornet defense.
And for Burgueno. That's number 5 this season. He's been strong on the interior, and I wish the names have not forsaken me from that 2016 and 2017 teams, that interior lineman. So we're just going to go with Joey Noble.
Okay. Big loss on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and a good 19 yards for the Jags. Trying to get up, stepping out, looking to go to the back. Flips it over the middle of the field. Is it caught with the foot in? They're calling it a reception across the 40 all the way down to 38. Corey Neyland, you go out and lay out for that one. A great play.
Yeah, Savion Yokley did a nice job of coming back and laying out, like you said, for the 1st down. And good job by Hunter Maxwell, reading the defense and kept his eyes down the field.
Go ahead, Joe.
Oh, I was just clearing my throat out here. You're good.
And I was going to say James Rawls was the one I was thinking of, the interior guy who went to Oregon State. Burgueno and Chef Boyd clog up the middle like him.
Yokley comes back out to the near side of the field. Big catch then. Hunter Maxwell goes to the far side of the field. Hornets stop after a 7-yard gain. 2:56 to go. The Jags are trying to do something out of Southwestern. They played the Hornets 9 times. The Hornets have a 7-2 lead in that series against the Jaguars of Southwestern. And Corey, when you think about the last time they met, the score was 59-7. Run play for a loss, so you give it to Fan. Fan doesn't get any place on it. Hunter Maxwell trying to change things up out of Desert Ridge, 5'10" freshman, 184 pounds. Has 9 completions when he came into the game. We get a little jump for the Hornets. It's a free ride. Throws out in the flat, takes it. It's going to be a 1st down for the Jaguars. Move the chain one more time.
And I believe last year at Southwestern, that was the game. Wasn't it Nathan Cornelli came in and threw like 2 passes and threw 2 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'll see if they leave Toby out there. I mean, you're up by 42. Why take a chance on getting him hurt even though you do have basically 11 days to your next game?
You remember what they did against East LA a couple weeks ago? Power left, power right.
You think that's what they'll bring out with 1:46 to go?
Oh, yeah, or you bring Max in there, say handoff left, handoff right. Only one 100-yard rusher for the Hornets this season. That was Elvis against East LA.
Josiah Jefferson goes out to the right. Trezell Stantz goes towards Jefferson's direction. It's not close as he gets cut off on his route. Nice defense by the Hornets.
Speaking of a number 98, the quarterback hurry by Romeo Zuniga. Again, pressure and tried to help up. Maxwell said, I'll be back. Let me help you up now.
It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Jags.
And what do you see on the Jaguars? What do you see on their routes as wide receivers? Do you see them completing their routes?
No.
Okay.
No, I've seen them stopping on a lot of them. Go back again to that side of the field. Nice little catch taken over by there, and that's to Yokley again. No, it wasn't to Yokley. I thought it was on that side of the field.
Looks like it was Cody Judge, his 3rd catch. Wearing number 17 as a wide receiver. Let's show some age, Mark. Harold Carmichael.
Oh, wow. What were you, all of 4 back then?
Okay, let's go ahead and go with Devontae Adams then. For you young folks.
1st down and 10. Going deep for the end zone. Out of the end zone, incomplete pass. And you could just see it. Hunter Maxwell thought he had somebody wide open, and then he got over-ramped on the pass and said,
He also had 5 yards. Slide down.
yeah, he did. Yeah, with 42.4 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Well, that's what happens, if you drink too much, lemonade. You just get a little juice, instead of drinking that pure iced tea that you should have every night, Caffeine over sugar.
Ugh.
Any way you look at it, you're not going to sleep. 2nd down and 10 for the Jags. Here come the Hornets. A little pressure up the middle. Flings it out. And you could see, he saw the pressure coming, Corey, and he decided he had to throw it before the pressure got to him.
Yeah, and he's trying to explain to the coaching staff, I didn't have time, Coach. I didn't have time. And that's one of those things where he's mobile, go up the field into that rush and pick up those yards. His receiver, he's lucky that wasn't a pick six.
Yeah, that's what I thought when he threw it. If you're a defender, you go, oh,
Yeah.
the goodies are there.
Fred Adams was like, okay, try that one more time.
So it's 3rd down and 10. Let's see if the Jags are one of those teams that say, oh, we'll take 3 if you'll give them to him. They're coming again with him. He looks, goes a far side. That again. Throw, and Corey, that's another one that you have 2 defenders right there where the ball's going. If you can step up, which I know doesn't happen all the time, you're 98 yards the other direction.
Exactly. If that's a well-thrown ball, Tamar Fairman has a touchdown, as you said, because he was there. He's reacting to a bad pass.
So it's going to bring up 4th down and 10. The Jags look over with 37.2 to go. It's the Hornets 49, the Jags 7 here on SportsNetUSA.net. Joseph Pavlenko, Corey Neyland, and the old guys. Joe's still out there, aren't you, Joe?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, just want to make sure you're not deserting us. They're coming again, Corey. They feel it. Throw it up again. It's way out of bounds. Flag on the play. Should be roughing the passer.
No, actually,
No?
it's going to be pass interference on Fairman.
Out there?
Yes.
Nah.
Let's see.
They did. Wow. I wouldn't have called that.
They're going to say you rode him out of bounds.
But he wasn't going to be able to catch the ball anyway. The ball was 50 yards out of bounds.
Then he would have caught it 50 yards out of bounds.
So,
Could be illegal contact mode, but they call pass interference.
No, they call pass interference. And once you call it, then you can't change the call on the field and say, oh, let me change my mind. Southwestern gets the break they want, but at this stage of the game with 30.9 to go here in the third quarter, it's just a little too late. Not enough as the Hornets. I thought it was good defense by the Hornets. They get that flag by an official. And the Jags trying to knock on the door.
You want me to go against what I normally say, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay,
please.
so I'll go against what I'll normally say. That was pass interference because he bodied him up the whole way. It wasn't one of those where at the end he was out of bounds, the body. He leveled up and bodied all the way and out of bounds and just rode him out of bounds. So that's why they call it pass interference.
So what you should have called was illegal contact coming down there because, again, it has to do even if you weren't rode out of bounds, was there the ability to catch the pass? There was no ability to catch the pass. It was a high pass that was well out of bounds, and he isn't 6'7", so no, it wouldn't have been pulled in.
But we don't know the type of hops he has, so he could have rose up.
Okay.
And make that catch one-handed. So, yeah, it's a good call by the official for pass interference.
Look at the officials run down the field. If that was Joe and Corey right about now,
we would have placed the ball at the 1 and gone on our way. I would have had already 5 puffs of my inhaler to actually move down the field. So I'd have been all right.
wow.
They must have something to do tonight.
What, Russian things? There's 15 minutes to go here in sports.usa.net.
And Joe has just jinxed everybody.
Oh, man. Joe, I tell you what, you know what's going to happen? They're going to close the 91. Well, and the 15.
And Mark,
That's fine. That leaves the 60 and the 10.
Good luck. And guys, Mark wanted to know about that Saddleback San Diego Mesa.
Run play, smothered in the backfield. It's going to be 2nd and goal with 14:52 as we start the fourth quarter.
Jalen Hanford with his second tackle on this drive. Saddleback 17, San Diego Mesa 3.
With how much time to go?
6:25 in the third.
And that's being played at San Diego Mesa.
Yes.
So if they beat San Diego Mesa, all of a sudden now the cream rises at Saddleback.
Yeah, they haven't been the same Saddleback that we've been used to over the past 25.
You mean they play by the rules? Throw over the flat, incomplete pass. Quarterback looking for a flag.
I think they got one. A hold on the break, and they're going to say Jeremiah Green.
So it's pass interference. Okay. You tell me. Was that pass interference?
What happened to my... Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I answered you, right? Okay.
Yeah. I was waiting for a honest answer.
I'm thinking it was a goal line stand myself.
Okay. First and goal on the flag for the Jags. Here come the Hornets. Straight dive, play up the middle. Stops the run one more time.
Chef Boyd. So now they started with the backups. Now they got the starters in. Boyd and Bergueno. Daniel Ortiz is still in there. And is that Caleb Smith on the far side? Or is it Michael Small?
Yoakley goes to the far side of the field. In the slot next to him is going to be Josiah Jefferson on the far side of the field. Second and goal. Little motion. Quarterback keeps it himself. Touchdown, Jaguars.
How do you diagnose the play perfectly for the Fullerton College defense? You have 3 defenders in the backfield, and Maxwell splits all 3 and gets 6.
So with 13:24 to go, the Jags get on the board, making it 49-13. We'll see if the extra point happens. Low snap, cleanly picked up, and the kick is good. With 13:24 to go, it's Fullerton 49, Southwestern 14 on sportsnetusa.net.
And Mark, you know Brian Crooks is happy about that touchdown.
Yeah.
You know he doesn't mind that touchdown so late in the game, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're already up 49-7. He's like, okay, you let him score. That's fine. We're still going to win, right?
Yeah, so if you believe that one, you believe that candy corn is the #1 candy picked in our candy draft here on Hornet Radio later in the month. You heard it here first, Joe. Corey's taking candy corn as the #1 candy in our candy draft on Hornet Radio.
All right, as long
Waxy,
as,
nasty goodness.
As long as no one drafts the fruit tray, we're all good.
See, I got
no,
Peeps
see.
next to me. See, I got Peeps and candy corn. Don't say a fruit plate is ever bad again.
Same reaction, Peeps and candy corn. No, the Snickers is the #1 draft pick no matter what.
I'd go with the king-size candy bar.
King size Joe give me the 5-pound candy bar. Taken at the 14. Turn, sidestep, little things out there. Trying to get away. Once again, nice return up by the 23. We've got officials. And Corey Neyland, do you need to talk to the man down at the end as another flag hits the field?
Can we get a running clock, please?
There's a Joe thrown on the field. Flag on JP.
So they're going to back him up.
So they're going to move him all the way back to the 12. And Max does come out, Corey. So Max Martin out at quarterback now for the Hornets. Max Martin comes out. Braylon Kelly out at running back.
And I was going to say, Mark, let's see if we see Graylin Speed out there from Cinco Ranch High School in Texas.
So Graylin Kelly, the running back. Max Martin, the quarterback. Max Martin goes straight over the middle, throws it on the dime, and a nice pick right there by Noah Carey. So Noah Carey, no? Oh, no, Noah Carey caught that one. No, it's the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Xavier Herbert. So it was Xavier Herbert.
His first catch this year.
Bills to the near side of the field. Max Martin at quarterback. Little dance at the line of scrimmage. And you were looking for the speed, Corey, but when you get that little dance step in there, that's going to start you off slow with 12:30 to go here in the fourth quarter.
The reason he had to dance is Ryder Jennings was in the backfield right at handoff. So he's a local product for Southwestern in San Diego.
Brown to the near side of the field now. Underwood now in the game for the Hornets. Run at the outside, trying to get a push at tackle. Quick call right there after a gain of maybe a half a yard. So again, Corey, you've talked about the straight dive plays with a speed runner, and you've got somebody like Graylin Kelly, 5'9", who 200 pounds, running back. Kelly stays out there. Max Martin at quarterback. 3rd down and 7 for the Hornets. 49-14 with 11:23 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Hornets are comfortable. Max Martin goes back. He's got time. Martin goes into pressure, throws it out here to Graylin. Graylin has really no place to go, gets smothered, and so it's 3 and out. The start here in the fourth quarter.
Draylon Dobbin with the stop. Also cleaning up, maybe wants to get a quarter of a stop is Matthew Latimer.
So we'll see if there's a little swagger from Southwestern.
So Makai Gray Virgil still back. It does all the returning.
Big kick. Drives him all the way back. He's at the 15. Doesn't get much more and is down at the 17 for Southwestern.
Was that the first punt?
No, I think there was another one.
Okay.
I think there's been 2 in the game.
Okay, we'll see if Fullerton has really found their rhythm. And so I have a question for you. Do you think Fullerton has found an identity yet on offense, or do you think they're still finding their rhythm and this is the first?
Yeah, I'll go with your second statement. I think they're trying to still find their rhythm. I think that when you look at what they did tonight, Toby Schmidt had a nice night at quarterback. Vakapuna is Vakapuna. He did well. Justin Honore didn't really get a chance out there tonight. I like the way he runs. Going to the outside, goes down quickly. Gain of maybe 1 on the play.
Elijah Jackson out of Highland High School in Palmdale. So now whoever makes these tackles, Mark, they might be their first of the season. Because now that they're in there, and we'll call the stops on each tackle.
So Hunter Maxwell looks over. They're going to give him a gain of a long 2 with 9:49 to go. 49-14. Corey will look one more time before we're off the air on that San Diego Mesa game. See what the answer is. That's going to tighten things up. Hunter Maxwell drops it off right in the middle. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. Not much more.
Yeah, David McGowan didn't get much. didn't get any, as you said, Kanye Parker. Upper Marlboro, Maryland is where he's from. The Calebs are at the end, are the ends on defense.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and a long 7 when you look at what's going on here. And a sack ends that long 7 quickly.
And that's Oscar Madrigal. Madrigal out of Centennial High School. Mark, 6'1", Joe, 265.
And Corey, when you watched Hunter Maxwell running off the field, he's dragging that right arm.
Again.
So he probably came down on the shoulder with the weight of the defensive player on top of it.
And if you see it again, that's exactly what happened.
I snapped. Signals for a fair catch. Ball bounces, gets picked up on the bounce on the muff. 1st down for San Diego Mesa. So you see a muff on the play, goes up. Kavion decided he was going to take a fair catch, then realized he had to reach for it. Like reaching for that candy corn, and then said, ooh, this is bad stuff. I don't want to touch it.
Nobody ever reaches for candy corn. You get thrown candy corn. Here, take this. We don't want it. Nobody reaches for candy corn. It's just given to you.
That sort of looks like what Kavion did with the ball right then. Here, I don't really want it. You take it.
It was floating candy corn. He said, nah, get me that Snickers.
1st down and 10 for Southwestern. They'll take candy corn all night if that's what it does. Almost picked as he tries to get it to Tyler Becker, Corey Neyland. And, you know, you're a defensive back because you can't catch a football.
And that's exactly what happened to Elijah Jackson. He's going for the hit. Again, you're going for the hit and you don't see the ball sailing, and it surprises him on the arm.
So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Surprised seeing Maxwell out there. He was dragging his arm, but he's out there right now. Young man took a big hit on that last sack against him. 2nd down and 10. Right across the 40 for Southwestern. Pitch to the outside. Little slip, stagger, doesn't get back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to be a loss on the play.
Davion McGowan. And Southwestern hasn't really had a solid running game, you would say, since 2018, I would think. Because one of the first times we went down to Southwestern, down in Chula Vista, they had a quality runner, and his name forsakes me.
Yeah, they did. You know what? I can't think of his name either. Because he really was somebody that we were all impressed with as a running back. Tyler Becker comes out to the near side of the field. Jefferson's in the slot next to him. 3rd down. Step up. Nobody's going to hit the quarterback. He steps the outside, gets the 1st down, keeps running, gets all the way down. Ball comes out. He's down. It should be down by contact. So Hunter Maxwell cuts, sidesteps a defender, goes down, but he was down before the ball came out.
And they're having a discussion.
So it's going to be at the 41, 1st down for Southwestern. 7:05 to go in the 4th quarter here on a beautiful Saturday night at Scherbeck Field, home of the Hornets for football and football. Get them both here at this field every week. Pressure's coming, miss, sacked from behind. And Corey Neyland, when you look at the way the Hornets are playing, that was Paul Boyce that comes up and makes the big sack for the Hornets.
So Angel Massas, Mark, he was in the backfield first for the Hornets. And Paul Boyce, he's a guy, whenever he plays, he always makes at least 2 tackles. and tackles for loss in limited time. I believe that's his third of the season.
So it's loss of 6. It's going to bring a 2nd down and 16. Tyler Becker once again comes here to the near side of the field. Running play, and can he turn the corner? He can't. He tries to turn the corner, but McGowan can't get outside, Corey, and doesn't get back to the original line of scrimmage. Another loss on the play.
And is that Justin Smith who feels? Yes, it is.
So 3rd down. 17 with 5:35 to go. Becker comes out. Josiah Jefferson in the slot. McGowan at running back. Maxwell goes back. Throws a little screen. Out there at the 50. Gets knocked out of bounds at the 40 or further down. Oh, boy, what a spot that is. Keep your offense out there, right, Mr. Neyland, with 5:04 to go?
Oh, yeah. There's no reason to take him off. Joshua Facone, good reaction. As they drop 15 yards down the field and they only pick up, it's still 4th down and 6 and 7. Good reaction by the Hornets.
4th down and a long 6 for Southwestern. Becker again over here. Next to him is going to be Jefferson. Here it comes. Pressure, middle of the field. Incomplete pass. It'll be 1st down for Fullerton. Don't forget, back on the 17th here on SportsNetUSA.net. Saddleback, 23, San Diego Mesa 10. Corey, it is now the chase of Riverside here on SportsNetUSA.net. And Brian Crooks has said this is an interesting football season for 4:27 to go. Max Martin hands it off. They should just run the football.
Mike Taft, first carry of the season. So Saddleback, if they win, they'll go to 2-0. San Diego Mesa would be 1-1. Riverside, we know, is 2-0. Mount San Jacinto 1-1. When Fullerton wins here, they'll be 1-1.
Max Martin at quarterback, Taft at running back, gain of 6 on the play. Handed off to him on the other side, straight up the middle. Gets hit, goes the outside, stays on his feet at the 40, steps out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
Bishop McGinnis's own quality run.
So the clock continues to run. 3:33 to go here in the 4th quarter. Joseph Pavlenko, Corey Neyland, and the old guy happy to bring you this game tonight as your Hornets are up by 35 with 3:21 to go in the 4th. Max Martin says, "Where'd you go?" Running back went one way. Max Martin turned around and went the other way and said, whoa, wait a minute. What's happening? Of course, when we tease about the candy, don't forget, election time is coming up. Make sure you go out and vote. That's the important thing. And there'll be a candy draft out here at Hornet Radio. And, yeah, we will sit down and we will end up telling you, because of the draft, what's the best candy you need to get before Halloween here on SportsNetUSA.net. Corey will take any candy as long as it's free here on SportsNetUSA.net.
No, I don't eat candy.
Once again, run up the middle, trying to give that to Mike Taft. So it's going to bring up 3rd down.
And the offensive line, still Mikado Walker still in there, along with Riley Miller, Michael Kissy, Corey Rivera-Zamora, and Lucas Savage.
Bevino comes back in the game. Jawbreak comes in there. Aiden Bravo comes over to the near side of the field. Aiden's quiet tonight. We're going to get down to the 2-minute timeout. Well, we call it the 2-minute warning.
No,
but they
you call it the 2-minute
I call it the 2-minute warning. They call it the 2-minute timeout.
I call it the 2-minute unnecessariness.
Joe calls it
Hydration break.
the 2-minute hydration break?
Yes, sir.
Oh. I thought maybe it was the 2-minute break. What is it? What do you do when you go to sleep?
Hibernate
break?
You can't hibernate for 30 seconds, Mark.
I can.
No.
You ever seen us old people standing at a bus thing going, somebody pushes us and says, is that your bus? And you go, no, I'm not even taking a bus. I'm just standing here.
You do that at a bus stop. Your wallet's gone, your keys gone, your phone's gone.
Nah, but you can do it whenever, Corey. I just did it right now.
Yeah, Joe's the camera guy. He's been doing it all night.
That's right. All those plays missed in the second quarter.
That was Joe. That was Joe.
The one that wasn't following action.
That was Joe.
That was Joe.
We're going to put that down for Joe. He was looking for a free sandwich. Max goes back. Nobody's there. Max takes it up the middle. Tries to. Gets taken down right at the 31-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down. We'll see what the Hornets want to do. Brian Crooks walks down. Phil Austin, Brian Crooks look at each other. 1:37 to go. Aiden Bravo goes to the far side of the field. Bevenu comes to the near side of the field. Bills is stacked up behind him. Mike Taff is the running back. A good win for the Hornets, coming away a tough loss at Mount San Jacinto.
I wouldn't just say a good win, Mark. Rather than a good win, they needed a good performance.
Timeout on the field with 1:12 to go. It's the Hornets 49-14. So what's the difference between a good win and a good performance? I mean,
they weren't sloppy in this win. There was no hesitation in this win from the players, coaches, whatever they called. There was none of that hesitation and sloppiness to get this win. It was we needed to win this game. We needed to come out crisp, and that's what they did. It was a good, clean victory.
Okay, so we'll see that. Don't forget, this coming next week, it'll be bye week, so there will not be a football game for Fullerton. But there will be maybe other places, football games or sports here on sports@usa.net. Make sure you check the homepage to see if that happened. We'll be back on the 17th when San Diego Mesa comes to town.
Exactly.
Here on sports@usa.net.
Because you remember that win against East LA a couple weeks ago? That wasn't pretty. It
No.
wasn't crisp. It wasn't clean.
Pitch out to the outside. Nice little move. Down the thing. Corey Neyland, there's the speed you said you were looking for, and you wanted to see if it there. Graylin Kelly showed it to you on a fake up the middle and a pitch to the outside with 57 seconds to go. The Hornets should just take a knee, call it a night, and walk away with this game with a 35-point win here at home against Southwestern. The Hornets will end up leading the series 8-2. Last time they played them, they won 59-7. Tonight it's going to be 49-14 as we drop a knee and the clock's going to click as your Hornets come away with a huge victory to even things up. For Joseph Pavlenko, for Corey Neyland, and for the old guy, we want to thank you once again for watching us tonight as your Hornets win by 35, 49-14 over Southwestern here on Sportsnet USA.net.